Welcome to today's customer and panel discussion on Accelerate Your Enterprise Application Migration with Google Cloud and its partner ecosystem. My name is Michelle Rockler, and I head up our global infrastructure partnerships, and I'm excited to moderate today's session. The panel discussion is in two parts. The first part features Google customer Hackensack Meridian Health and their services partner, Dido. And in the second part, you'll hear from a leading technology solution provider, Worldwide Technology. Joining me in our panel discussion today are Mark Eimer, Senior Vice President, Associate Chief Information Officer, and Chief Technology Officer at HMH, Logan Song, Enterprise Cloud Director and Chief Architect at Dido, and Neil Anderson, Area Vice President, Cloud and Infrastructure Solutions, WWT. Before we get started, I want to give you a sense of the Google Cloud Partner ecosystem and how it's grown tremendously in the past few years in support of Google's mission and strategy to accelerate the ability for every organization to digitally transform their business by offering them a unified cloud computing platform that they can use to build on the technology foundation for transformation. And we see this across all four clouds: Data Cloud, Open Infrastructure Cloud, our Trusted Cloud, and Collaboration Cloud. We have an open ecosystem with a breadth of partners across all partner types. We look at the partner ecosystem through four lenses: system integrators who can expand and accelerate how quickly customers can migrate their workloads to the cloud, independent software vendors that broaden our addressable markets, technology partners that complement and complete our solutions, and finally, distributors who extend our reach. We're very proud that we have rapidly grown to over 92,000 Google Cloud partners. In our discussion today, we're going to start by zooming in on our customer HMH and their services partner Dido, and the role infrastructure technology partners play in HMH's cloud transformation. Welcome, Mark and Logan. Mark, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about HMH and the cloud transformation you have gone through.
Well, thanks, Michelle. So Hackensack Meridian Health is the leading not-for-profit healthcare organization in New Jersey, right? We're the largest and most comprehensive and truly integrated health network. We have a complete range of medical services, innovative research, and life-enhancing care. We have 17 hospitals, 4 academic medical centers, 2 children's hospitals, 8 community hospitals, behavioral health hospital, and 2 rehab hospitals. We have over 500 locations across New Jersey. We have more than 36,000 team members and over 7,000 physicians. From a cloud transformation perspective, we've taken a 3-pronged approach. So we have either lift and shift, we have workload mobility, or we have native cloud workloads. HMH has opted for a hybrid cloud environment.
So Mark, you have no doubt a variety of workloads that you've prioritized to move to Google Cloud. How are technology partners helping you in that cloud transition?
Yeah, Michelle. So really the question is how do I extend my on-prem into the Google Cloud and do it seamlessly from an operational support model, right? So we have native data and analytics cloud solutions that are currently extending our on-prem technologies. We're using VMware, GCVE, NetApp, Palo Alto, Citrix, and Rubrik in the Google Cloud, all extended from the on-prem. These partners leverage cloud technologies and have skill sets and assets in the cloud that allow us to reduce our operational support model, mitigate our risk, and provide workload mobility and transferability. So some of the GCP highlights also include delivery of cloud infrastructure for exploratory analysis. We've done migration of on-prem NAS. We have predictive health using Google AI, and we're doing Citrix hosting for on-prem scalability. Our technology partner choices are important, but equally important is the service partner. Dido, Logan, and his team were instrumental to our success in GCP. And Logan, can you share more about Dido and your engagement with HMH and the cloud transformation?
Sure. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Mark. Dido is Google's strategic partner and is the security partner of the year in 2021. We specialize in Google Cloud security infrastructure and cloud transformation. The success of HMH's cloud transformation is really the result of a great teamwork among HMH, Dido, and Google. And during HMH's cloud transformation, Dido did three things. First, we cared. We spent a lot of time and held many workshops to discover customers' environments. We'll listen and understand customers' goals and strategies. We think for and think with our customers. For example, based on customers' IT modernization requirements, we specifically dive deeper and discuss the infrastructure as code design and implementation with cloud Terraform modules. Second, we advise. We are the Google Workspace and Google Cloud experts, and we advise HMH how to develop the best cloud strategy, how to translate HIPAA, NIST, and other compliance requirements into cloud security services, and how to achieve performance efficiency and operation excellence in the cloud while optimizing costs and hardening security. During HMH cloud transformation, we actually had 30+ workshops diving deeper into the security domain because HMH is in the healthcare industry, which has higher compliance requirements. Third, we deliver. With our expertise and skills, we deliver the best cloud solution with the highest quality. From Google Workspace to VMware GCVE to NetApp's ONTAP to HashiCorp Terraform modules to Rubrik backup and recovery, we work with our customer side by side to build the best cloud infrastructure. Who can reject the partner which cares, advises, and deliver the best solution with the highest quality? Nobody will. So naturally, the end result of our teamwork is a trusting relationship, a long-term relationship, a relationship such that when customer is in emergency needs, they call Dido, not once, not twice, but all the times.
So Mark and Logan, from what I'm hearing, you were able to affect business transformation without operational risk. And you leverage familiar technologies from VMware to NetApp and Citrix, and you were able to implement a fully managed VMware service, our GCVE, and leverage infrastructure partnerships to realize a fully integrated backup and file services and user and desktop services to empower Hackensack Meridian Health's workforce. So Mark, how you have some big cloud projects behind you. What would you do differently if you asked your former self? Would you have taken a different approach?
Well, Michelle, yes, we would have, right? So the ultimate goal is to leverage the resources that we already have on-prem and strategic partnerships and to extend them out to Google Cloud to lower operational efficiency. You know, two, we would probably spend a little bit more time ensuring that we have the right partner, which will be critical to the success of anyone that wants to transform into the cloud, right? So having the right strategic partnerships allows for the integration of disparate technologies, which enriches the experience for all team members and partners. We would do a better job at enhancing our Google partner screening process and dedicate more time to discovery. And we would evaluation of our partners will include more due diligence in a few areas: core capabilities, applicable business experience, regulatory best practices, and working collaboratively. Our naive in partner selection costs us both time and money, right? And we would want to spend more time in those areas.
And for you, Logan, any comments on your experience?
Yeah, so thanks, Mark and Michelle. So just as Mark exactly said, right, finding the right partner, finding the match partner is very important during the cloud transformation journey. So as you can see that Dido's business experience and acumen enables us to design and implement solutions meeting HMH's business needs, such as the security compliance and Dido's security and infrastructure expertise perfectly matching HMH's requirements for security compliance and infrastructure modernization. And our philosophy of customization makes us a long-term partner that can be counted on. So the joint success of HMH, Dido, and Google is really based on our common core values: quality, trusting, and long-term relationship.
So I'm hearing the word trust a lot. And not only did you both forge a trusted partnership, you made it integral to your approach in extending technologies that HMH and Dido knew well and trusted on premises as you move workloads to the cloud, enabling a lift and transform faster to Google Cloud. Thank you, Mark and Logan, for the insightful discussion. Certainly a lot to think about, and sharing what were important ingredients to your success. Now we'll move to the second part of our discussion and hear from a leading services partner, WWT. Welcome, Neil. Thank you for joining us today. Before we jump into how you partner with Google Cloud and work with customers, tell us a little bit more about WWT.
So WWT is an infrastructure solutions provider. We've been in business for over 30 years, and we bring a lot of technical experience for many different solutions and leading solutions in the market. We represent dozens and dozens of the leading ISVs in the industry, companies like NetApp and Google, of course, Dell. Name somebody, we're probably working with them. And what's great about our Google partnership is it has allowed us to really extend our portfolio to do some exciting things. Applying tools like Google Cloud, Anthos, Workspace, Chromebooks to really deliver holistic solutions for our customers and the customer outcomes that they're looking for. And we have a great partnership with Google, and it's supported by a fantastic partner team, which has been really key to our success. They've leaned in, understood our business, and how Google can plug into that.
So Neil, how does working with customers on premises differ from the cloud? What have you observed?
I think there's similarities and differences. It's always, most solutions are always a people, process, and technology, right? The people and process part with cloud is definitely different. It's a different environment. It's a different way of working. If you're really taking advantage of cloud, you shouldn't do the same things. You should really change the way that you're approaching your people and your process to be, essentially take advantage of cloud. The technology part can be the same or it can be different. Tools like GCVE, for example, that was mentioned earlier, those can be very similar. If you're familiar with VMware technology on-premise, you can adapt it into the cloud and you're going to get a very similar experience. But cloud also brings a whole lot of new tools and services, scalability that can really accelerate time to market. That helps our customers really realize their business value a lot faster.
So Neil, can you share some examples of customers that WWT has worked with and best practices that you recommend customers adopt?
Certainly. One recent example, we were working with a very large state agency who was looking for how do they essentially leverage cloud for disaster recovery. That's a problem today that everybody is looking for great solutions for, right? So we helped them. They had an on-premise environment with VMware. We helped them with a migration of that to GCVE, which is a fantastic platform for them because it really allowed them to very easily change their skill sets and evolve. And so that's a really good example of how we lean in with Google, and the tools that are available there just helped us to make that a great experience for our customer. Other customers we're working on, it may be with storage, or it may be with security or networking, where we're really helping them develop a hybrid solution across their on-prem environment and into cloud. And we feel like we're pretty uniquely set up to do that with our plethora of infrastructure and on-prem experience. We can really help them migrate to cloud and bring those two together. Best practices, we often see that some customers their app team may go ahead and move apps to the cloud, but they haven't thought through the whole architecture. They haven't thought about what about security? What about the connectivity with networking? What about cost management? And so we like to start with those customers and really, make sure that they've thought through the networking part, the security part, the cost management part as well. It's also a best practice that we really like to lean in with a workshop and understand our customers' application architecture and application goals. What do those look like? App dependency mapping is a huge thing. Like, we need to understand for their benefit, where are their applications connecting to, so we can make sure that when we move those applications or tie those applications back to their on-prem environment, that we understand those dependencies so that they can get a smooth experience. So those are just some of the best practices, Michelle.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that. So how is WWT evolving its partnerships with well-known ISVs in the infrastructure space to meet customer demands for the cloud?
It's actually been really exciting, to watch our ISV partners like Cisco, Dell, NetApp, Palo Alto, and others evolve with the cloud. Certainly, they sell a lot of infrastructure on premise, but they've embraced cloud, and it really we've seen new models like the cloud marketplace come on, which has just been tremendous benefit for them to get their solutions and their licensing to customers faster and easier from a procurement standpoint. And so it's really changed the game for our customers.
So before we wrap up, I've been to your headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri, a few times, and one of the things that really stood out for me was the Advanced Technology Center and how customers can benefit from this unique environment. Can you share with the audience a little bit more about the ATC?
Absolutely. Our Advanced Technology Center is really an ecosystem of dozens of different leading ISV solutions. So it's an over $500 million investment that we've made to build out different solutions in our data centers and labs. It was very natural for us to extend that into Google Cloud. And so by doing that, it really allows us to show customers how are their applications going to perform? Is it going to tie into on-premise infrastructure in a real way, in a real life way? And so it's been a tremendous asset for us to help customers make technology decisions faster and de-risk their deployments.
Well, thank you, Neil, so much for sharing the best practices and what you've learned over the years as you've seen firsthand countless cloud journeys and the role infrastructure technology partners play. So where do we go from here, or where do you go from here? To learn more about all of our partners, check out our partner directory on google.com or go to our Google Cloud Marketplace. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to working with you at whatever stage you are at in your cloud journey.